book review for not so popular books, books that are inspirational, books that are faith-based, and books that are written by Africans, particularly young Africans. Today I'm going to talk about this book. It's called Nuggets for Christian Victorious Living. Pardon me. It's written by a man called Kofi Otutu Adu Labi. Kofi Otutu Adu Labi, maybe some people may not consider him so popular, but I think he's quite prominent. He's been in government, not in politics, but in government. He's been an advisor to two governors of the Central Bank of Ghana, and he also is the chairman of Beige Capital. He's an elder of the Presbyterian Church, a very, very traditional Christian, so to speak. And it shows up, these experiences show up in his book. The book is divided into about, let me say, I believe it's 10 chapters. Yeah, about 10 chapters. And it's not structured like something that is academic. It's not structured like a series of to-dos or how-tos or points. He just writes very randomly. He writes very randomly because according to the preface or the foreword, he actually began to write this book on the advice of people who had been reading his Facebook posts. So it's more of a blog to book project. And if you read it, you find out that he just writes very naturally, very randomly, picks thoughts here and there, and drives home certain points. One of the interesting things about the book as well is the degree to which he quotes other writers. And when you read it, it shows you that he has read very, very widely. He has read very, very widely. He quotes people that are not really easy to come by. He quotes people who have written poems, who have written songs, who have written other books, who have just spoken certain wise words. And it's very, very, it makes it very, very interesting. He moves from one angle of his subject to another very smoothly, not like in the fashion of an academic book or a typical motivational book. So he talks about life. He tries to pick lessons from his life and drives home those lessons about some things that are more or less considered simple, like giving or loving or applying wisdom in certain areas, and so on and so forth. And he just makes it, he just picks on simple things and shows you that they are important aspects of our lives. And in this particular book, you can see the title doesn't address a specific subject in terms of in the terms that we typically would recognize those subjects. It doesn't tell you, oh, this book is about making money or about being wise or about education. It just tells you nuggets for victorious living. And in this book, he talks about various aspects of life. He talks about attitude to money. He talks about attitude to other people. He talks about wisdom. He talks about rest. You know, a lot of such things. He picks examples from here and there. He introduces quotes, and it's just very, very a very strong book. You know, you may have noticed that I'm in the middle of the book and I'm able to talk about the content. A friend of mine, Francois Dapelgo, told me that you don't really have to finish a book to gain from the book, and that's a very interesting point of view. So I have gained some things from the book that have come to me even though I have not finished the book, but I do very well recommend it. And you see here, he quotes from several people: Zig Ziglar, Albert Schneitzer, people who have written even poems like P. Friedrich Hiller, and so on and so forth. So it's a very deep book, and it's a book that will even inspire you to read other works of art. So, nuggets for victorious living. I will end the session by reading from something that really struck me from page 35. It says, without a meaningful, significant goal, life becomes a deadly, dull, and hopeless existence. I encourage you to get a copy for yourself and let me know what your thoughts are on the book if you've already read it. Thank you for staying with me tonight. My name once again is Kenneth Igiri. If you like what you're seeing and maybe you'd like me to improve on it,